Ladies and gentlemen, one of the tactics of President William Ruto it is divide and rule. In that if he fails completely to unite a certain region behind him, then through his leaders, the people are supporting him, he goes to that region and divides it so that he can be able to rule. Now, you can see the attempts that he's making in the Mount Kenya region, where he wants Kiambu County to be separated from the rest of the Mount Kenya region. He has also gone ahead through Kimani Kuria to also express intentions that he wants to separate Nakuru County from the rest of the Mount Kenya region as it is alleged to be. So, ladies and gentlemen, just like he's doing to Mount Kenya plus many other regions of this country, he is also focused now on the Gusii region. He has targeted the Gusii region specifically because of the 2.5 million votes that Dr. Matiang'i is expecting to bank come 2027. But before he reached at the point of divide and rule, President William Ruto has made attempts to have the Gusii region support him. The first thing that he has done is to conduct personal visits to the Gusii region. He has not been there just once, but severally. And whenever he goes there, he makes promises and even launches projects. He has even gone back again to the Gusii region to relaunch the projects that he had launched before and even inspect some of them that had stalled, and promised that he's going to relaunch them again. Like now, the Gusii Cancer Center. He came and launched. Barely 2 months, the same project had stalled. So Dr. William Samoei Arap Ruto had again to go there and assure Kenyans that we are going to have a contractor on site. Right now, it is terrible. It is not just the cancer center. He has also gone ahead to launch projects like now affordable housing. But the Nyancho affordable housing right now as we speak, there's nothing that is going on. Plus many other parts of this country, of course. So ladies and gentlemen, William Ruto has personally visited this place to ensure that he has gotten support from that region. Apart from that, he has also used his MPs to spread his gospel. He has gone for Zairi Janda, Japhet Nyakundi, and of course, Silvana Sosoro.
William Ruto!
These people have gone ahead to try and campaign for William Ruto by telling people to say 2-term. And all these places that he goes within the Gusii region, people are given money, held meetings in hotels so that they can be able to shout the 2-term, be captured on camera, of course, to be shared across, to create a perception that Dr. Matiang'i is losing popularity. That has been the case. But honestly speaking, just like the tactic of him personally coming to the Gusii region failed, also that one of using the MPs, it has also failed because the Gusii community has completely decided to support Dr. Matiang'i. Now, apart from that, ladies and gentlemen, they have also organized some youth who are coming, like they are coming to vie for certain seats within the Gusii region. We have one who is a gubernatorial aspirant from the Gusii County, and also another one who is a member of parliament from also within Gusii County by the name Echate. These young men, they move around, try to show that Dr. Matiang'i has not even indicated to vie for president. William Ruto has used them to campaign towards the side seriously. But as well, this method has failed. Apart from that, recently they came up with what we call empowerment programs, where Kithure Kindiki and Moses Wetangula have been playing a key role by leading that team. They go to a region, they call groups, they contribute money, or maybe they bring some money in sacks and give these youth, women groups, or even older people some money, and eventually people find to have 31 shillings, 64 bob, something that cannot help them. Now, regardless the number of times they have come to Gusii, of about 7 times, these people, they're yet to convince the Gusii community to support them, because every now and then, it is always said it is 1 term. Ladies and gentlemen, that method as well has flopped. Now, as we speak today, the latest one that just happened, it is the visit to State House. President William Ruto reached out to various leaders who supported from the Gusii region, mobilized young Kenyans, old and women, to the State House. Upon reaching there, of course, people were given their transport, treated well, and had a speech. President William Ruto did not miss also to give promises and show how much he understands the Gusii community and the Gusii region. Ladies and gentlemen, regardless of hosting these people in State House, still the people of the Gusii region have declined to support President William Ruto in 2027, and it's all over now being said it is 1 term. Now, on this particular video, I want to take you through on the latest method that President William Ruto is using. Before, he used all these ones that I've taken you through. After they have failed, now he has decided to use the last one, and that is now bringing out another machinery to be able to try and counter Dr. Matiang'i's influence within the Gusii region. And on this particular video, that's what I want to take you through. But before I do so, let me first remind you kindly to subscribe. Now, which is this method that President William Ruto is using? Introduction of a new figure in the two-term movement, that is now Gusii Ogamba, the Cabinet Secretary for Education. This is one gentleman, people don't know him that much. And actually, most Kenyans, even the parents, do not know who is the Cabinet Secretary for Education, simply because of lack of effectiveness in the schools, where policies are being passed, but they are not helping parents right at the grassroots. The school fees hiked. Even constructions in schools, there are no classes. It is not easy for parents. So people are not able to even recognize Gusii Ogamba. In fact, people remember more Dr. Matiang'i when he was interior than the current Cabinet Secretary for Education. Nevertheless, Gusii Ogamba is now being used by President William Ruto to campaign Dr. Matiang'i within the Gusii region. What has he done? First of all, Gusii Ogamba has abandoned his education role and decided this time around he wants to focus on very serious campaigns for President William Ruto as far as the 2022 general elections are concerned. And the second thing that he has started doing, it is visiting various projects that were previously launched by the president. For instance, he visited the Suneka airstrip, where they said that they are going to start it in a few weeks to come, that the airstrip is going to be done. Apart from that, Gusii Ogamba also with his team, with Simbarati, they visited places like the prisons, which is supposed to be relocated to another place. And now, remember, this is the same place that Kindiki had come a few months back and also promised in 2 months is going to be relocated. So Gusii Ogamba still did the same thing, which means it's the same drama that had been happening before. Apart from that, Gusii Ogamba also went to the Gusii Stadium and said this stadium is going to be upgraded and money has been channeled there. Up to now, nothing has happened. Ladies and gentlemen, Ogamba still went ahead to promise that the Gusii showground is also going to be shifted from the Gusii region to give room for the expansion of the Gusii Stadium. They have made very many visits within the Gusii region. And the aim is basically to show that William Ruto is working. But the people of the Gusii region, unfortunately, they have remained adamant. Now, as we speak today, Gusii Ogamba has started organizing meetings with public servants, probably on two bases, either to intimidate them in case they don't support government, this might not be bad, or to at least even sway them to support the government towards their side. Because we know public servants have a huge influence as far as the leadership of this country is concerned. Ladies and gentlemen, on 3rd, yesterday, that is on Tuesday, he held a meeting with some of the public servants from the Gusii region in Nairobi to discuss matters to do with the development. Now look at this. He went to State House with the people from the Gusii region. And in State House, they discussed so many things to do with development projects. William Ruto actually came out on a paper to speak on some of the things that he knows very well, including the Rajamoja Road, trying to expand it all the way from Chepilat. So many things about the Gusii region. They discussed with the president. Now, Gusii Ogamba as again decided to hold meetings in Nairobi to be able to discuss the same development project. Now, instead of bringing development to the region of Gusii, they are banking, or maybe they are now concentrating more on discussing some of these projects. I'm not so sure what kind of discussions they do hold in this kind of discussion, in this kind of meetings, because I believe that the last meeting that was to be held, it is that one of State House. But now, the meetings are on, and of course, Gusii Ogamba has been dispatched to counter Dr. Matiang'i. We are waiting to see how far he will go. My name is Abel Mukua. Keep following the videos that we do here. I'm going to cover the efforts that they are making in each and every day, at least for them to get support in 2027. Both Dr. Matiang'i and William Ruto. See you next time for more videos. My name is Abel Mukua. Thank you.